This is a mull to 5. Bloodstained Mire pass.
What's the modern? Find out when I put it down here. Okay. What's the modern? That's kind of what I figured. Modern is the best of everything.
Bloodstained Mire pass. No early plays. Not really where you want to be with Goblins. You know, you built the deck. You registered it for the tournament. You're up against Beanstalk. You want to be dropping creatures on the board and attacking. Not really a land pass kind of a deck, but multi-5. Maybe Goblin with Cavern. Cavern in the glare.
Fetch. Fetch again.
Fetchers are good. Bloodstained Mire and a Snow Mountain. Bombardiers. So the stickers I have on the table, none of them are the 6. Looks like I have Misunderstood, Narrow-Minded, and Gelatinous as options. I think Gelatinous is a 5, right? Yeah, Gelatinous is a 5.
Oh yes, that's right. So I should have searched. Wasteland.
I'm starting to recognize the sticker cards now that I've been playing with them a bit. Delusionary with a 6 has a sombrero on it. So if you find the sombrero in the top center of the card, it's the 6. Well, at least it looks like a sombrero. I don't know what it really is. Maybe a cowboy hat? I don't know. I don't know. Hank is brainstorming. No, I do not peel the stickers off. Are you nuts? Not doing that. Nope. Triumph of St. Catherine resolves. Pretty good. Bombardiers can help me remove it.
At this point, I can basically
I'll pass.
I still haven't like just
Yeah, those of you who've been watching the channel for a while are aware that Hank plays shiny decks, and Hank is really good at this game.
I know that this is 2.
Attempt to escape.
Sticker Goblin protected by Cavern.
Sure. So I'll tell you what these can make now. 5, 4, and 4 are the high numbers I have.
So just pick the highest number.
I can. Hank not really sure how this mechanic worked for a second here. I think we have to explain.
I'm going to choose Narrow-Minded, which is 4.
All right, going for Narrow-Minded, which is 4 mana. Going to use 4 mana. That's a ringleader. Give give a chance to Hank to respond here. I didn't use my biggest sticker. Force of will, pitching force of negation. That's fine.
I'll go to combat.
Probably against
Swing for 2.
Can't be blocked, right?
As menace. I'll deal 5 damage to that.
All right, deals 5 damage to Triumph of St. Catherine. I noticed this while we were playing. Hank misses the trigger on Triumph of St. Catherine going to the yard, which had me happy for a moment, and then another Triumph off the top completely deflated my happiness. How annoying is that?
They put them on the side. They put them on the side.
The tilt is starting to set in. I was so excited for a moment that he forgot the trigger. I don't know if Hank is allowed to miss that trigger. I don't know. I mean, why wouldn't he be allowed to miss it? Is I guess my question.
It's going to resolve still in the end step on the attempt to sort.
Yes, stickers continue to exist in the graveyard in exile.
Waste your drop.
Yeah, I mean, if I had known there was another Triumph of St. Catherine on top, maybe I would have insisted that Hank shuffle in that Triumph, but I don't know. Went after Trop here. I wasn't sure which land I should go after. In hindsight, maybe I should go after Underground Sea. Beanstalks were on my mind. That's how Hank is going to get ahead in this game and beat me. Looks like my hand is Fury and something. I had Furies in the main for this event.
Sure, he's heated, trigger, I draw a card, 2, no land to put into play, I'll say go.
Okay, not casting this Fury here. Thinking about what card to pitch. I only have one card in hand, but I'm not going to cast it. Just cast Skirk Prospector. So I revealed Fury, which is fine.
They put it in that back. They were like, this is good.
I'll go to combat.
We look a lot like alike, so I can tell like this.
All right, so Hank had the Bowmaster with the mana floating. I was hoping that Skirk Prospector was going to stick, and I can potentially, with a land off the top, cast Fury next turn.
Yes, it resolves, yeah. Sure.
Yeah, no work token for Hank. Swinging for 7. I could potentially try to block something here with my Bombardiers. Is that worth it? Yes. Pokimoki, absolutely right. I did notice after the fact, I did forget to sack my Prospector, and that is just unfortunate. I allowed Hank to get the Orc Army token. That was a mistake on my part. So mistake count so far in this match is 2. Missing the Triumph of St. Catherine trigger was Hank, and missing that I can sack my Skirk Prospector is myself. Another Bowmaster for Hank. Pretty good.
That's fine.
So Hank also making a small error here, thinking that he'd be able to double block Bombardiers, but the Orc Army is tapped.
17. I'm going to cast a Munitions Expert post combat.
All right, that would have been an opportunity to potentially remove Triumph of St. Catherine. Instead, it will be just removing a Bowmaster.
Yes.
Could have dealt damage with Munitions Expert, then sacked it to Bombardiers. Potentially. Oh, would it not have been enough? Hold on a second. So, Bombardiers is, I don't know, whatever. I'm just trying to remember what's going on. It would have dealt 2 damage and then sacked to deal 4. Yeah, that would have been enough. Oh my god. This game is hard.
Okay, I win. I'll take 7. 8, sorry. I'll go 4.
So being able to prevent my Munitions Expert from removing Triumph of St. Catherine was brutal there. Probably won Hank this game. But let's see if I can dig out of it. This Fury stuck in hand. I was concerned about Fury being countered. Here's a Matron. I got blockers. Dress down's pretty good. I'm just going to scoop it up here. I know I can play it out, but there's no way I'm going to win this game. I'm stuck with just a Fury in hand and a Triumph of St. Catherine on the board. So Hank has kept 7, it looks like, and I have mulligan to 6.
I'll name Goblin. Cast a pile.
After the event was over, I won't give away any outcomes of anything, but Hank and I were joking about that we drew into top 8, so we had some downtime before top 8, and we both probably should have gone to get some food because we were both starving during this during these matches, and multiple mistakes we've seen so far. Maybe hunger could be the cause. So 4s on my stickers. All 3 sticker cards have a high number of 4 here for game 2. That's an Ancient Tomb. Matron.
Matron? Yep. Sure.
Vile was countered by Forest pitching Ponder, in case anybody missed that. Finding Ringleader and passing the turn. Ringleader, sometimes the MVP against control decks.
Yep.
Lorien revealed, getting island cycled here. I guess with perfect hindsight, in game 1, maybe my Wasteland should have gone after black mana. It's always easier when you're like watching it back, like, oh, why didn't I make this obvious play? Didn't feel obvious at the time.
Oh, you only picked them out too?
Like, that game's a rare one where there's some rarity. So many fucking cards.
So Ringleader in hand, could fire it off next turn. Hank is aware.
Oh, but these are just like...
Yeah, I was worried, but at the same time, like, it's not pressuring me. Like, he has the cards in hand. They're not threats, and eventually I start to outdraw him.
Who the heck is Jamie Wakefield?
That still fine?
Double land.
That's
And I had to, like, the turn where I hobbled myself.
Story time in the chat.
I saw you in the Wasteland, too. I was a little bit like...
That's a Wasteland.
I'll waste your tundra.
Yeah, I just gave me the time.
Going after Hank's mana here.
Go Marshall? Go.
Crinky Doom says I might have wasted the trop. Yeah. Maybe.
Yeah.
Lorien revealed finds another Tundra, though.
Well, no.
Holding off on the ringleader for now. Hoping to keep Hank from functioning. Plays a Tundra, passes the turn.
Trigger.
Yes.
Really?
Plays a Wooded Foothills. Can't quite see what's in Hank's hand.
Very
I'm gonna launch this spell.
Going to 15. Find a Badlands. I think we're going for Battlecry Goblin here.
Floating a mana cast battle cry.
Move my second name. I'm gonna make white.
Battlecry Goblin, a huge part of these Goblin decks in 2023. Sticker Goblin is great in combination with this card. You can sink whatever leftover mana, or all of the mana that the Sticker Goblin makes if Muxus is not available, to pump your team and go in for a big attack. So I've activated the Battlecry Goblin now.
Swing. Trigger.
Sure.
Wait, hold up.
I'm gonna make mana with this.
All right, rewinding to beginning of combat. We're going to brainstorm.
With that on the side, that's crazy.
Hank looking for removal to prevent the Battlecry Goblin ability. Finds it. Has 3 power, so I'll gain 3 life. Swing for 6.
Good.
No Triumph of St. Catherine off the top. Oh, another reason when I went after Tundra was I was traumatized after game 1. Double Triumph of St. Catherine killed me in that game. Absolutely destroyed me. So that was why I went after Tundra. The Goblin, praying to the Goblin gods right now that another Triumph doesn't hit the battlefield in this game. Triumph of St. Catherine is really good against what I'm trying to do.
I'll say go.
Take it.
I'm choose not to use brainstorm.
I don't think you're actually going to show me now. Yeah. Although you have visuals, right? So.
There is red in Hank's deck, I believe, but it's not a big part of it. Here's Ringleader. Dress down in response.
Swing for 3.
I think people are people are coming around.
Go.
I'm gonna use the.
So counters the ability of Ringleader, takes away its haste. I have 5 power on the board. Hank's at 9. No Triumph of St. Catherine. Thank goodness.
It's a good quirk.
I'm gonna force back pitching brainstorm.
Making a land drop. Swinging for 5, and maybe Hank has a Bowmaster here. We'll see. Bowmaster is also pretty good against what I'm trying to do. Not at this event, but another event I played recently. Every match I played, I felt like I ran into Bowmasters and they were pinging my Goblins, and it was all bad.
I will say go and stop.
Alright. Trigger.
There's Bowmaster. Yeah, the combo version of Goblins is a little bit better against Bowmaster for sure.
Take 2. 6.
Alabama's like the big dog of life.
All right, so a ping and then a 2 trades and only ringleader left on the board.
Is that right? Am I 13? Yeah, I guess so.
Basically means you're a pretty great player.
Yeah, they think I'm crazy. I got really active. I think I posted
Matron?
Sure.
Somebody predicts you.
I'll get Muxus.
All right, Matron's digging up Muxus. Muxus goes to hand, and I will pass.
Do you feel with the Bowmasters running around that like having
5 mana on the table right now.
was like been okay?
dealing with it for a year now.
Most people just don't.
And I don't know. I think
It must have haste. No.
No.
Muxus does not have haste,
yeah,
but it can gain haste, right, chat? So leyline binding traps my ringleader.
yeah, and I get this.
Especially Dover, because like they can be really strong for me. Well, obviously, so there's often situations like where things are getting scrappy and you wasted me down. I only have 3 colors and they cost 3 colors. I mean, I had to trim something essentially.
Doesn't look like I have a 6th land or 6 mana, 5th land.
Dress down to tap.
I would think the 2 to 30.
I mean, they're good cards against you.
And there it is. All right, Muxus is on the stack. Can't be countered.
Carpets are like matchup. So like stuff has to come out, right? Maybe the launch should come out instead because I have the carpets. I can see keep
There's a bombardier, there's a lackey, a ringleader, and trigger ringleader now.
They are, but I'm kind of mean, so sometimes the forces. Yeah, I would agree. I would probably trigger some forces and leave it at the barrier too. I mean,
Another bombardiers to hand.
like it needs a pile blast.
Quality was
If it's bouncing on one drop, then buys me time. It's not nothing. It's not devastating.
What's the Universes Beyond Cavern of Souls? Which one is that? I don't know.
For that.
I know there's new Ixalan ones that look really cool.
See, keep it one. I sometimes keep one waste. I figure if you're playing low, you should keep a wasteland in, but I don't
Kill
know.
that.
Again,
Combat, leyline binding to remove my broadside bombardiers. It would have been lethal otherwise.
Fit to attack. Serve 3.
I have them at it, so pretty solid.
It's just like, yeah, it's kind of like a car. Yeah, it should be. I have a plan. It works. I go counter the way I should do it.
Oh right, Lord of the Rings. Lord of the Rings Cavern. No, I don't have those yet.
Decide what am I gonna like. I did have the blast in hand. Yes, but I had the blast. No, I had one carpet, 2 lands.
Hank has a bowmaster.
Deal 1 3
Oh no, I drew just you're right. Yeah, you played it and then I drew.
Lackey down.
So I had to decide. Do I throw? Do I try?
Take 1.
Double block ringleader. Take 1 from matron. So Hank is hellbent, facing down Muxus and matron at 5 life.
Yeah.
All right, going to game 3. Game 3 action, folks. Game 3 action. Exciting. Turn 1 ponder for Hank.
The first one you can deal with. Second, third,
Hoping that, you know, coming into a matchup like this, hoping that I can get early vials on the board. There's a vial. Get some caverns on the board and just start dropping ringleaders, Muxai, all of it. In game 3, I'm hoping things go my way. Here's a Force of Will on Vial. The 3 cards on the bottom right of your screen right now are my sticker cards for this game. And the sticker goblin, the name sticker goblin as it's been called now that it's out on the CD-ROM Magic game called MTGO, Magic Online. That is the reason for all of it. The land on my side is Richard and Port, by the way. Yeah, these are real, authentic sticker sheets, and I just don't play around with that stuff. Here's up the beanstalk for Hank. Draw a card. Very nice. I think that's the first. Is that the first beanstalk of the match? It might be. Can't remember if there was one in game 1. All right, going after Underground Sea here and passing the turn.
no, it's fine.
Wasting Savannah. That's what you get for countering my Vial, Hank. Don't ever do that again. All right, Hank making land drops. There's a Badlands.
Large what? Yeah, I got into Legacy. It was, I don't know. Maybe it was just because.
Tapping Underground Sea with Richard and Port on upkeep. Richard and Port, not really a big part of Legacy anymore. It's been a Legacy staple for as long as we all can remember, but it's at its all-time lowest, I would say, at this point. Would you agree, people of the chat, people of the comments? There's an Ancient Tomb, Ringleader. Hank fetching in response to Ringleader. Finds a Tundra.
Yeah, I played that. or he's just from this world?
It's a scam like this is a little bit tighter.
All right, 2 cards back on top. Ringleader resolves. Battlecry Goblin, Goblin Lackey, and a Sticker Goblin found. Cavern goes on the bottom, unfortunately. Would have loved to have that.
I'll go to my end step. I have to discard.
Oh, yeah, and I beat myself up about this afterwards, but I forgot that Ringleader has haste here. Went to discard a punt. And I remember realizing it at some point.
Alright. 7 now. Oh, fuck. I forgot to attack.
There it is.
Go ahead. I already said pass.
And here's the most annoying of all. Triumph of St. Catherine off the top. Could not have been more annoying. I don't want this Universes Beyond in my game, chat. I don't want that. I personally did not ask for a Warhammer set.
Well, a name sticker goblin.
I just don't get why Warhammer cards have to be legal in my format.
One's battle cry, so.
I'm just complaining. Making fun of you. Alright, so Triumph of St. Catherine is on the board. Ringleader is on the board. And I think if this game ends with Hank winning the game at 2 life, I'm going to never recover. But we'll see how this plays out. Playing Arishan Port. Yeah, I also recommend loading up on Canoptic Scarab Swarm. That's true. That's true.
I did not just pull out a different card.
All right, Hank dropped the card. It conveniently fell into his bag, and I don't know, something suspicious going on.
That's why I was originally playing Tron before during my band I was like, I'm gonna play Merfolk.
How do I beat Triumph of St. Catherine is what I'm trying to figure out right now.
Yeah, I think I
As I let out a sigh.
That's right for
Matron.
Yeah, that's all the shot path you made.
Sure.
Search.
All right, searching the library for a goblin.
Hey, look, every duel I got from the store. Okay, so if it's been set on, that means that someone set on it when it was here.
There's Muxus.
Why don't you take credit? It was my hand step. What do you mean? It was hand step, I'm a flag that out.
I will end my turn.
Set on the other way.
All right, Hank fetches on my end step.
But it was also a gift from a friend. So it's
Yeah, I mean, like, those. Yeah. I remember when we were playing back in the days, you were still in school. Are you like a full-time professional now?
I mean, yes, I graduated 1,000 years.
Thank you, Roberts, for sharing our links.
At least 5 years ago.
Yeah. I remember you used to show up with this deck that was like overly large, and you were like, this deck is meant to have answers for everything. And I was like, okay. pay. Game 2, I take my entire sideboard and I put it in. It's like, no, my deck. That's all your answers. Then we have 2 giant decks and like
I never thought about that. If you play cards with more answers,
yeah, it's a huge deck.
why don't you come with 60 cards the same time?
Orcish Bowmaster gets flashed in. Kill my matron. Make an orc.
I remember when it was a Michael Glancer when he first
Rishadan Port. Very nice.
in the back of my head, like, he's going to top 8 or make it to an RC or PC or Pro Tour or something like that. And now he's playing an RC and an Atlanta. I'm like, you'll see from a mile away.
So school is done, full-time professional now.
What do you do for work? Oh, wow, okay.
You know about that smile?
Yeah.
You're like competition guy.
I really it's really good field right now though, because
People.
Triumph of St. Catherine has the board feeling favored for Hank. 5 mana on my side with a Muxus in hand. Cavern into Muxus could be game-winning potentially for me. Something like, you know, Sling Gang, Bombardiers, a Ringleader, a Munitions Expert. Although I cited out some number of Munitions Experts. But a Muxus resolving could be big trouble. No doubt about it.
Plus dice, which is... Forget the counts itself? Yes.
No blocks.
When you're playing Goblins, you don't chump block here. You want to have Goblins on the board for later.
I still know a lot of people that work there. I don't work there anymore, but
Yeah, why is there a Pokemon card? Murktide Regent. Not who I was hoping to see. Beanstalk Trigger. Playing this Vile Goblins deck for a while. One of the creatures, as a Goblins player, you're least happy to see is usually Murktide. Very hard to kill. And ends the game quickly. Blocks really well.
And then he killed my winner. And then I passed.
Still have Muxus in hand.
Yeah.
I was like, I guess I passed.
I'll talk to everyone. I don't think I can.
Trying to organize this straight.
And then these groups that I can't play. One turn win all. I play hard in scales.
There's a lot to figure out here. Lots of cards in my hand. Don't know how Triumph of St. Catherine and Murktide Regent can be beaten, but if there's any card, single card in my deck that can beat this kind of a board, it's definitely Muxus. Side in some number of Pyroblast / Red Blast to deal with cards like Murktide. Can also, depending on how the game plays out, counter something like Dress Down or... Alright, there's Cavern on Goblin.
It was that bad, yeah.
And I'm going to cast Muxus. Thought about doing other stuff. Went for the big boy. I go down to 9 because of Ancient Tomb. Hank's not happy about it. Let's see how this goes.
It's super cool that they finally...
Resolve it?
Like...
That's fine, I guess. Magus of the Moon, Cavern, Pyroblast, another Muxus, Badlands, and a Cavern. A complete whiff. A complete whiff in the chat. That whiff hurt. That whiff hurt real bad.
Actually,
good for them.
Not a good time for a whiff. But occasionally I'll hear people say, yeah, Muxus, that card goes on the stack. I just concede. That card's busted. Sometimes you whiff. Sometimes it sucks. And this was one of those times when I needed it the most. Failed me. Beanstalk draw.
What's going on with that? Even with like all this stuff going on, I was
Yeah.
just like, I was like,
But that's the game you play. That's the goblin lifestyle right there.
Yeah, so like you have people that were like
When I registered this deck, I knew that was a possibility.
running magic events and stuff still be getting paid like like $3 an hour plus tips, and it's like that's not.
So Triumph of St. Catherine, a 6/6 Murktide, Bowmaster, and an Orc Army on Hank's side. I'm at 9 life, so I'm somewhat safe. There's a Brainstorm.
Obviously, I'm not.
But double removal spell could be big trouble.
Oh, sure. Like, are you gonna give me money? No, and don't talk to me.
I don't have.
they're incredible. That's appalling.
Sling Gang's pretty good against Triumph and other lifelinkers because I can chump block, sack my Goblin that's blocking to prevent the opponent from gaining life. I think Mog War Marshal came in last game, but Mog War Marshal is a good hit here. Munitions Expert is still a one of in the deck at this point. Bombardiers coming in off that Muxus would have been outstanding. Another Ringleader would have been nice. These are the things I was thinking about. Monka, thank you for the resub. 44 months from Monka. 44. Here's a Leyline Binding. Double trigger off the Leyline, off the Beanstalk for Leyline.
They need to go to business 101.
Yeah.
Monka says ho ho ho. Going down to 1 after the chump block.
These people they're signing up for something they don't know what they're getting themselves into, and they're jammed up in this charade. This all part.
Ancient Tomb shut off here. Won't be casting another Muxus. Can't fetch at 1 life either. Worried about Bowmasters. Another copy, that is. Even the one on the board is scary. Hank has 4 creatures on the board. I'm at 1 life. What is even possible here? Yeah, Hank's board is going to be tough to beat.
Personally?
The pace was so bad. I was like, no. And then like, this is my local game store. I came here all the time anyway, and like, talked to Kevin, ended up coming here. So I'm like, wait, you're much better.
All right, Pyroblast removes Murktide.
I don't really go there anymore.
That's 1 step closer.
Wait, which one is
I haven't been down to Bifrost yet, but I heard that's what happened.
Yeah, it's very, very, very nice there too.
So it's weird. Somebody here was last night, they were like, I hate going to Bifrost.
Really?
Like, apparently they have like 0 people.
Gelatinous Goblin.
Gelatinous Goblin, make 5 mana.
No, literal 0.
Yeah, same with like draft.
We have they usually hit with most of the modern and legacy.
I drew it. This is also
2 mana.
So it's like Pioneer.
Broadside Bombardiers comes in.
They like to have like their own schedules.
Yeah, they're because like they do like some Fridays, right?
Yeah. It's a good card. The only things that with Pioneer they used to watch.
Battlecry Goblin comes in.
So, however, we always have
It's tough at 1 life. Can't even attack with Bombardiers. Sack to kill Triumph. Bummer.
That's interesting. Yeah, Modern is just not so popular. I don't know why. Pioneer always fires with like 6 people, and then like Legacy's always packed.
Sticker Goblin would also have been a decent hit off that Muxus as well.
It comes out faster. Yeah.
It is. I guess I'm doing all this on Pioneer.
Thinking now, is there any way I can attack here and kill Triumph? Looks like the answer is no. No mana floating.
Pester.
Yeah.
So the plan here is to hope Hank doesn't have Bowmaster, chump block Triumph of St. Catherine, and figure it out next turn. Looks like Hank is holding Swords to Plowshares, but has another Bowmaster. That is the fist bump to end the match. GG's, Hank gets it. Nicely done. Nicely done.